Right, so thank you very much. My name is Mohammed Awal. I'm the research manager at Cdd-Ghana and then also the team leader for the UNDP Peace Building Project, which is being implemented in 8 districts across 3 regions. One of the regions is Northeast, and we are currently here where, as part of the project intervention, we wanted to strengthen community activists' capacity and skills in applying social accountability tools to participate in local government, to demand accountability, and to improve development outcomes in their communities and in the district as well. It is part of the bigger intervention that we are doing under the UNDP intervention, which is supporting us to strengthen the social contract through empowerment of women and youth in the districts, the 8 districts that are the project district. And today we met one of the districts, Bunkpurugu-Nakpanduri, where we invited stakeholders to train them on social accountability tools and to set up a network of activists across the 3 communities in the district who will go back to mobilize their communities to engage with local government authorities, traditional authorities, to come together to sort of improve development outcomes, to participate in the development processes, particularly for us, women and youth, being engaging in the development processes. And all stakeholders, it's a very inclusive project where we bring any kind of stakeholder at the district level who is interested in the development of the district to contribute in their small way with their support to be able to improve development in the community and then in the district and then in the country as a whole. Thank you very much. The project through which we are being funded by UNDP is a peace building fund. It focuses on strengthening community resilience to be able to prevent violent extremism and general conflict in our communities and in our district. And as we are all aware, a lot of the times at the forefront of conflict, tension, and violence are young people. They are the ones who get mobilized, who get indoctrinated, and then they get involved in all of this. When conflicts do happen, it's really our women and children who suffer in the process. And so the focus of the project is, one, to get the youth to channel their energies into more productive, be well informed, and to engage in governance processes through peaceful means than using destabilizing tactics and actions to destabilize their community. It's also to get our women to empower them so that they can play their rightful role in the community and to ensure that our communities are safer, they are resilient, and then are places where we can all thrive as young people, as women, to improve development outcomes for all of us. We believe that in the overall scheme of things, if our communities are very cohesive, if our communities have opportunities, citizens have opportunity to engage in local government processes, to demand accountability through peaceful means, if we all work together in that respect, we can strengthen local government systems and processes, we can strengthen citizens' participation, and collaboratively working between citizens and communities, we can be able to deliver and drive changes in our community that are more sustainable, more peaceful, and more development-oriented in our communities. Okay. Great. I think that we made a list of participants we want them to come and enjoy, to join the training. Our assembly members, unit committee, youth groups, women groups and associations, representatives. In essence, if you look at the profile of people we've invited for a year, they match up that kind of expectations that we have. The discussions and the outcomes are also very good. It was a very participative process. It was a learning process for all of us. We facilitators and CDD got to understand better your communities and the challenges. I'm sure that the participants also got to learn 1 or 2 things about how they can engage at the local level, how they can mobilize their communities to drive development outcomes. The ultimate aim for us is to set up a network at the community level that will continue to do this work at the community level. And I think that for the 3 communities where we had representatives here, we set up that community. We hope that we will continue to provide a number of support across the communities, across stakeholders as well, to strengthen their capacity, to empower them more, to create platforms and opportunities where they can engage with local government authorities, traditional authorities, to be able to discuss their development problems and to drive the changes that are important. We are confident that the groups that we've set up here, the network that we've set up here, with our continued support, they will be able to deliver on the mandate of trying to mobilize their communities to improve development outcomes in their communities. I think that what is important is that these communities were selected based on our UNDP's understanding and our own understanding about the potential for conflict and tensions in those communities. First, that is the basis for selecting the district, and also the specific communities where we are working in. Our long-term objective is that the communities become more stable, more cohesive, more thriving environment where young people, women, can go about their businesses, can engage in the governance of their own communities, can be in the forefront of decision making. That for us and UNDP is the ultimate goal. And if through these kinds of training and empowerment, we can get these representatives to go back and to work with their communities to strengthen the systems and to focus on the community as a whole in terms of the challenges that they face, I think that would have been better for it. UNDP would have been better for it. And the purpose for which we got the support, both UNDP got the support and us also getting the support locally to implement the activities would have been achieved. That in the end, our communities are cohesive, people are participating, particularly young men and women are participating in the governance process. We are active in it. We are supporting them to work through their network, their organizations, their political parties, to be able to focus on the issues that affect their community so that they can be able to drive change. For us, that is what we want to see, that at the end of the project, we see that these communities are closed out, they are very cohesive, they stand as a vanguard against the exploitation of violent extremism into our country, and that once these countries are stable, our nation as a whole, as Ghana, is stable. We are going to have an elections, and these are going to be flashpoint, and we need our citizens and our women to be at the forefront of preaching peace. We need our local government, our traditional authorities to open up the space for us to dialogue. I think that dialogue is better than conflict, and that our hope is that through the interventions that we will do, we'll be able to achieve those kinds of outcomes. A number of activities we are doing with other state agents. So, like for example, the district assemblies, we are going to work very closely with them to empower them, strengthen them, and hope that they will be able to deliver on their mandate. We are going to work with other institutions of the state, like the National Peace Council, the National Commission on Civic Education. We are going to work with civil society partners as well, but mostly for the state partners, we expect that once we support them to strengthen their roles in the way that they are expected to play, then we'll all be contributing collaboratively to ensure that we deliver a Ghana that is safe for all of us, particularly for young people and for women, and that is thriving. That is continues to be a shining democratic example for peoples in West Africa and peoples in Africa and then peoples in the world as a whole. That for us is what we expect our state to do. The state institutions have mandates to engage communities. There are resource constraints. We are building the capacity of communities to engage with the state. We'll be creating opportunities for the state to engage communities more. Then through that, we can be able to build an inclusive governance processes that is delivering development for all of us. That is our hope, that the state will be actively involved, particularly at the local level. Our local assemblies will be actively involved in the number of activities that we are going to be able to drive development outcomes.